Postman can feel heavier than the APIs you are testing. ApiArk promises the opposite, a desktop API workspace that keeps collections as local YAML with roughly 60 megabytes of memory instead of the 800 megabytes shown in its comparison. That is a great hook. It is also two different claims. So I tested the released artifacts, and the result is more interesting than a simple replacement pitch. First, the proof preview. I imported a 3-request Postman collection, ran it against an isolated local server, and got 3 passes. A post returned 201, while 2 GT requests returned 200. Then I launched the official Apple Silicon desktop release with a clean local home and sampled its process memory 3 times. It settled between about 59 and 64 megabytes of resident memory. The 60 megabyte half of the claim is plausible on this Mac. The 800 megabyte Postman half is different. I did not launch or measure Postman for this test. And ApiArk's own benchmark script says GUI memory numbers are maintained manually. So throughout this video, 60-ish megabytes is my local ApiArk measurement. 300 to 800 megabytes for Postman is a vendor comparison, not an independent benchmark. What is ApiArk? It is an MIT-licensed, Towery-based API client. The repository describes a privacy-first workspace for REST, GraphQL, gRPC, WebSocket, server-sent events, MQTT, and Socket.io. The official screenshots also show REST requests, GraphQL queries, WebSocket messages, and event streams. Those screens are official repository evidence. The hands-on proof in this video is the released command line interface and the files it produced. The local-first model is the key difference. A collection is a directory. ApiArk adds a small .apiark config folder, 1 YAML file per request, and optional environment files. That means you can inspect changes in a text editor, review them in Git, and back them up without exporting a proprietary cloud workspace. Here is the migration test. My Postman fixture contained 3 requests: health check, get user, and create echo. It also defined one collection variable called baseUrl. The released ApiArk CLI imported all 3 requests successfully and created 3 readable YAML files. The get user file, for example, preserved the get method and the templated baseUrl followed by users/42. But the import was not completely automatic. In this tested CLI build, the baseUrl variable did not appear as an ApiArk environment. The request files still reference that variable, so the first runnable state needed one repair. I added a local environment YAML with baseUrl set to the loopback server. No secret was involved. This is an observed migration gap in the CLI artifact I tested, not a claim that every ApiArk import fails the same way. After that fix, the collection was exactly what the local first pitch suggests: a config file, 3 request files, and 1 environment file, all readable on disk. No ApiArk account was required. No collection was uploaded to a vendor workspace. The test server listened only on 12.7.0.0.1. The official privacy documentation says ApiArk does not collect analytics by default, keeps collections and environments locally, and only contacts endpoints when the user sends a request or uses explicit features such as OAuth and update checks. That is a meaningful privacy posture. It is not an offline guarantee. Your API calls still go wherever you point them. The product is also early enough that migration recovery, release consistency, and distribution signing belong in the decision. Start with one disposable collection. If the YAML diff is clean and your real requests pass, then decide how much of Postman you actually need to replace.